Hey Sneak Peekers, I'm Andrew Orticio. Since the beginning of Hollywood, other celebrities have made their way onto the silver screen. Bette Midler, Elvis Presley, Lady Gaga, and numerous others. A more recent move in the industry is the casting of social media influencers in films, including Addison Rae in He's All That, King Batch in multiple terrible films, and most recently, the casting of Charli D'Amelio in the supernatural thriller Homeschool. While most of these films are simply not good, I don't really see any real problems with them, besides stealing an opportunity from a definitely more talented actor. I can't say the same, however, about the new trend of TikTokers getting their own reality TV shows. I recently watched the entirety of Hulu's The Emilio Show and Awesomeness TV's Next Influencer, and what I thought was going to be some lighthearted hate watching turned to me just feeling really bad for these kids, questioning ourselves as the audience, and still some lighthearted hate watching.
Sometimes I don't wanna be happy.
The Emilio Show follows the biggest TikTok star in the world, Charli, and the person who is only famous because she's Charli's sister, Dixie. We watch both of them face hate comments, traverse the dance and music industry, and navigate somewhat overnight stardom at only 18 and 20 years old respectively. I can say confidently that this wasn't a great watch, but unlike most other TikTok or influencer shows, I don't think it's actually bad television. It's just really, really sad. After watching the show, you see these young adults have severe emotional breakdowns, hear them talk about being manipulated by numerous different companies and agencies, and feel their pain of having too much pressure placed upon them at such a young age. But then, as you genuinely begin to care about these girls, you're quickly reminded that they are more famous and richer than a lot of us can even comprehend. The Emilio Show is a weird balance of pity and eye-rolling, from watching Charli contemplate never posting a video again due to hate comments, to seeing Dixie complain about eating a certain food on her all-inclusive vacation to the Bahamas. And it raises the question, who is making the tone of this show so sad? Are the D'Amelio sisters actually just hating their lives of fame and wishing they were normal teenagers again? Or are the showrunners again manipulating these young influencers with guided questions and scenarios to offer a fresh look into the lives of some of the most famous young adults on the planet?
This morning everyone had eggs. I had 9 bags of sugar.
Now I said earlier that I find some merit in the Emilio Show. That's simply not true for Awesomeness TV's Next Influencer. This show is a reality game show where 9 up-and-coming influencers live under one house, compete in competitions, and rank each other based on how much they like them. All of this for the grand prize of their own terrible TV deal with Awesomeness TV. Besides this show being hard to watch due to a lack of structure, incredibly annoying contestants, and huge egos, it also just doesn't make sense. Each episode they rank each other and the rankings mean literally nothing. The competitions don't actually win you anything except a FaceTime call with TikToker Alex Warren, and the winner is decided simply by who Alex likes the most. While the Emilio Show shows the worst of TikTokers being manipulated, unhappy, and privileged, Next Influencer shows the worst of TikTokers' egos, need for drama, and lack of real talent. But when I was lightheartedly hate watching this show, and these kids are kids. Hate watching kids. Giving the wrong woman a rose is one thing, but should we really be watching these TikTok reality shows and making fun of 16, 17, 18-year-olds that obviously already have ego issues? To me, it all comes back to the manipulation of these young stars. The TV networks cast these kids specifically for the drama and them being stupid. They knew that the contestants would receive hate, people would be making fun of them, and that literally no one is watching Next Influencer because it's an actual good show. Is us hate watching these shows perpetuating the onslaught of hate onto young influencers? Is it our fault that Charli wanted to quit dancing, or Dixie didn't want to eat that snail? I think that there are real problems behind young TikTok reality shows, besides them just being bad. These young stars are always in fear that their career could end any day and will jump at anything to keep their names relevant, hence a lot of these TV shows. These networks realize this and are actively exploiting them for views and money, and we as the audience are supporting them by watching or hate watching these shows. So because of these reasons, and because I spent the last week and a half of my life on the couch watching all 3 seasons of these shows, I'm retiring from consuming TikTok reality TV. And maybe you should consider it. I promise you wouldn't be missing out on much anyways. However, if you still choose to watch it and have different opinions, send them to us at Sneak Peek TV.